Okay, next I'm gonna go over the 3 different kinds of vaccines that they have out right now. I tried to get up-to-date information about these. I know the Johnson & Johnson Janssen vaccine is relatively newer, but I'll go over each with you guys. So the hospital I work at provided caregivers with the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. For this vaccine, you have to be 16 years or older to get it. You get 2 doses, so, and you need to schedule them 3 weeks apart, or 21 days. Try and keep it as close as you can to that 3 weeks if possible. The mechanism of action, I'm gonna just share with you guys. The FDA provided this definition of kind of how it works. So it says the mod RNA in the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine is formulated in lipid particles which enable delivery of the RNA into host cells to allow expression of the SARS-CoV-2 S antigen. The vaccine elicits an immune response to the S antigen, which protects against COVID-19. I'm not gonna go over you guys like the exact science behind it because I'm honestly not 100% sure about it. So just know that it does not alter your DNA. Doesn't alter or change your DNA. No. The Pfizer BioNTech vaccine was proven to be 95% effective in clinical trials. It was shown to have higher risk for side effects after the 2nd dose. So when I originally got the vaccine, I expected to have, some side effects from the 2nd dose. And then it says most people have mild to moderate side effects. Those include what I mentioned earlier: nausea, joint pain, muscle aches, headache, fever, chills, nausea, arm soreness, redness, pain, that kind of stuff. The Moderna vaccine is like the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine in that you have to get 2 doses. The Moderna is approved for ages 18 and older. And you have to get, well, you don't have to, but it's recommended that you get the vaccine 28 days apart. So about a month apart between doses. The mechanism of action for the Moderna vaccine is the nucleoside modified mRNA in the vaccine is formulated in lipid particles which enable delivery of the nucleoside modified mRNA into host cells to allow expression of the SARS-CoV-2 spike antigen. The vaccine elicits an immune response to the spike antigen, which protects against COVID-19. In clinical trials, it showed that people have a higher risk for side effects after the 2nd dose. Most people in the clinical trials had only mild to moderate side effects, and the effectiveness in the clinical trials was found to be 94.1% effective. So, very effective. Okay, and then the new one that we recently made, which is super nice, you only have to get 1 dose. So for those that are like, I don't like vaccines, I don't like being poked, this one's the one for you guys. It's called the Johnson & Johnson's Janssen, I'm pretty sure, vaccine. It's recommended for ages 18 years and older. It is a 1-dose vaccine, so you don't have to get 2 doses. It is also not an mRNA vaccine. It is a viral vector vaccine, which means it works like the flu shot. So if you're worried about the whole mRNA thing, which I already explained, it doesn't affect your DNA, but if you're still worried about it, the Johnson & Johnson's Janssen vaccine works like the flu shot. Side effects they found in clinical trials were more common in ages 18 to 59. And the overall effectiveness shown in clinical trials were 66.3% effectiveness. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but the effectiveness is reached 2 weeks after you get your second dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine, and then 2 weeks after you get the first dose of your Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So once you get the vaccine, you do need to wait 2 weeks for it to be effective. Once you get it, you can't just be like, oh, I'm protected now. You have to wait that 2 weeks for your body to build up the antigens to protect yourself. So gotta wait that 2 weeks, guys, the 2 weeks. 2 weeks for full immunity. And this is the guidelines here, or our guidelines that are in Utah. I don't know about any other places, but this is what you can expect after the 2 weeks that you waited after you got your vaccines. Again, this is just in Utah. I'm not sure what everyone else is doing, sorry. But recommendations, they say you can gather with small, limited groups of others who are vaccinated, which means small groups, they have to have the vaccine, they have to have waited the 2 weeks as well. But you can gather in small groups, it is considered safe. And then you are still recommended to wear a mask, social distance, keeping the 6 feet apart, and limiting group gatherings, and still wearing a mask in public places and around those that are not vaccinated. So, and I know the mask mandate is being lifted on April 10th. I haven't really looked into like what extent that's gonna be, but I'm sure a lot of people are excited about that. I just hope that we can open safely and that our hospitals don't fill up again. I hope people are responsible and are looking out for others. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, April 10th, the mask mandate is being lifted. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully people don't go crazy. Okay. Few more other questions here. Will the vaccine need to be something we need to get yearly, like a flu shot? This is something we are unsure of at this point. There's research being done right now to decide. I know there are different strains that have been coming out that are more contagious than what we originally saw, but they are doing research as to whether we'd be getting this vaccine every year, every 2 years, every 5 years. We just aren't sure right now, and I'm sure that will become apparent once there is more research done. How long are the vaccines effective? Again, this goes along with the previous question. We just aren't sure right now. I know they're doing research on it, to see how long it's effective, and again, to see if we need to get it yearly like a flu shot, or if we're protected for 5 years or whatever. Last question. I got this one a lot. Are the vaccines actually helping? Again, this is only in Utah. I didn't look at numbers or anything outside of Utah. We have seen decreased cases reported in the state of Utah. We have also seen decreased hospitalizations in Utah, and also less people being hospitalized for severe cases of COVID-19. I was actually helping in the respiratory ICU at my hospital last night to help stock personal protective equipment and to clean PAPRs. And they opened, I don't want to share too much here. They opened it up a little bit. So that kind of goes to show that cases are going down. So yay, the vaccine's working. It's so exciting. I know a few people that have gotten it. Most of my coworkers have gotten it. As far as family members go, my grandfather has gotten it. He got both his doses. He was super worried about it. But yeah, he's past the 2 weeks of his second dose. So it's a huge relief off the shoulders. It's a huge burden off the shoulders. So he was super excited to get it, and he feels a lot more safe to like go out. He still follows all the recommended mask wearing and all that, but it just takes a weight off your shoulders in a sense. My father has also gotten the vaccine. He got his first dose of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, I want to say about a week ago. So he is still waiting for the second one. But yeah, the vaccine's working, you guys. Hopefully we're gonna be able to get back to normal here. I hope herd immunity can be achieved so that we can all go back to normal. Because I know the last year has been so hard for so many. Oh my gosh. It's been so hard for so many. So many people have lost loved ones to COVID. People have lost their jobs. I know a lot of people that have been laid off because of COVID. It's been a really rough year to be a nurse. I never thought that a year into my nursing career, I would be working during a global pandemic. I never saw that coming. And it put a lot of stress into my job, and there was so much uncertainty, and it was scary. And I know it was scary for a lot of other people too, but I just want to say thank you to all the amazing caregivers who have worked day in and day out, sometimes working days and days without going home.
especially like in New York when it got really bad. You'd see people have like marks on their face from wearing an N95 for like days on end. Like indented on their face. Not sleeping, not eating, risking their life day in and day out. To help those with COVID. I know how hard I help over in the ICUs every once in a while to help with, to help stock PPE and to help clean Pappers and to kind of assist over there. And during the surges, I would talk to the nurses and they were so tired and burnt out. And it was this last year, it's been really hard for a lot of nurses, and I know it's been hard for a lot of other caregivers, but the nurses take a huge grunt of the work. We're at the bedside, we help care for people directly, and I know how hard the nurses, like the frontline nurses, the ones in the ICUs and the ERs have worked, like hospitals at capacity, them having to wear Pappers for 12 hours a shift without taking them off. And I've been able to talk to some of those nurses and to talk to a lot of the travel nurses that have come from all over the country to help, which travel nurses have been all over to help with the COVID outbreak. But it's amazing talking to some of them and the resiliency and how hard they work. I'm sorry. I'm so emotional, guys. But yes, this year has been crazy, and it's not something I ever saw coming when I walked down. I'm sorry. When I walked up to get my diploma, it's something I never saw coming. And I just want to be real with you guys. Oh gosh, I am literally sorry, you guys. It's been hard for so many people, and I just see like one side of it. Just I work as a nurse. I don't see all the other sides of it. But I know it's been hard for so many. I know so many have lost their jobs and their income, and I know in Utah that we've always been short on toilet paper. That's a running joke. We were like out of toilet paper for a long time. Toilet paper of all things. People hoard toilet paper during a pandemic. But yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about with that. We're out of toilet paper for a while. But yeah, I just want to thank all the frontline workers. So people that work at grocery stores who, like, during the surge, such long hours trying to restock and so that everybody could have access to things they needed. I also want to thank the people that have worked tirelessly to help produce and ship out personal protective equipment to hospitals and other healthcare facilities. And for equipment that's necessary for those that are severely sick with COVID, like ventilators and oxygen tubing and tanks and all the other necessary supplies that are needed. Because we really couldn't do our jobs without that, because then we would risk getting sick. So yes, thank you to all those who produce all that stuff, make all that stuff, ship it out to us to help us healthcare workers stay protected while we care for the sick. I want to thank all the teachers who, work hard every day, but just have the added stress of having the responsibility of helping kids keep their masks on while they're at school and social distance. I know how hard that probably is to have kids understand that, and then to have them to encourage them to keep it on and everything to protect themselves. I know teachers have had a really hard year as well. And my biggest hope for next year is that everybody has access to be vaccinated, and everybody is able, if they would like to get vaccinated, so that we can go back to our new normal and and hopefully by next year we won't have to wear masks everywhere, and social distance and not see our loved ones. And geez, just looking back, it's been such a hard year. Physically, it's been hard in my personal life. It's been hard at work. It's been such a hard year. And I know it's been a hard year for a lot of people. I keep saying that, but it really has been a hard year for so many people. Oh gosh. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My wish is, I highly encourage everyone who can get vaccinated to please get vaccinated. I will say one thing, it's probably not going to be a super popular opinion here, but Trump did a good job about putting the vaccines through fast. He did a great job, record-breaking time, bringing those vaccines out. He really did. Record time. It's never, for this big of a pandemic, it's never happened this quickly. So we were super fortunate that the vaccines came out as fast as they did. So, but yes, I highly encourage
if you can, if you don't have like any health condition or something that's contraindicated, I would highly suggest that you get vaccinated. Any of the vaccines are great. If you want, if you have questions about it, let me know in the comments. If you feel uncertain, please do some research. I found some really great articles, some documentation about clinical trials. Most of my information I found on what I said earlier, the FDA, Utah.gov, CDC, the WHO, the World Health Organization, and the Mayo Clinic. So if you still feel uncertain or you feel like it's unsafe, please do your research using reliable sources to figure out if the vaccine is the right thing for you and the right thing for you to do. But yeah, jump on the bandwagon. Go ahead and sign up and get your scheduled dates. Schedule your times. And hopefully you'll have a nurse to give your vaccine. So I actually got the opportunity and they are needing help to give vaccines, so I may go volunteer. I was able to volunteer at my hospital to give other caregivers the vaccine, which was a really cool experience. So yeah, I was able to sign up for like a shift, and for like 4 hours I gave other caregivers one of their doses of their vaccines. So that was really, really cool, and I will geez, why am I getting so emotional? I will really cherish that experience. It was a really cool experience, and I'm very fortunate that I got to do it. A lot of people can't say they gave the COVID-19 vaccine, right? It's a really, really cool thing. I'm a nurse, so maybe it's just cool for me. So sorry if you guys are like, oh, that's so lame, you just gave vaccines. I thought it was really cool. But they're actually needing volunteers to help vaccinate. So I may sign up to help at other facilities in my hospital region to go help vaccinate the community. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry, I didn't think I would be talking for this long. I'm gonna have to split this up into 2 different videos because it is so long. But yes, I would highly encourage you guys, again, please, 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 please go get the vaccine if you can, if it's eligible. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. If you need me to clarify anything, let me know in the comments. Comment and let me know how you liked this, what you liked about it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. On a happier note, the vaccine is out. It is going out to the general public, the community. I'm so beyond excited. Hopefully by like the beginning of next year, we'll have enough people be vaccinated that we can try and go back to a new normal. So on that happy note, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, comment. I'm really just dragging this video on. I need to end it. Thanks for Thanks for listening to me ranting. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to tune in, subscribe for my next video. Bye.